Hello, welcome to the Garden Gurus. I'm Trevor Cochran. We have got an amazing show for you today. I'm so excited. I'm bringing it to you from the 2022 Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show. It's back, it's spectacular. I'm going to show you some amazing gardens. But here's what's coming up on the rest of the show. It's time to give your orchids a boost, and Linda is going to show you how. Darren creates a lush living wall ideal for small spaces. And I'm back at the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show with some more highlights. Well, the show is just full of amazing new and incredible plants. It's one of the things that makes MIFGS, the Melbourne International Flower Show, as we love to call it, so special. And you'll never know who you're going to find here. Kim Cirrus.
Trevor.
Good to see you, my friend.
Well, it is nice to be here. Nice to be amongst everything.
What's this?
Well, this is a brand new rose.
Right.
And I represent the Mahon family in Australia.
Yeah.
The people have bred the peace rose, Papa Mahon.
One of the great breeders in the world.
They're very excited about this new rose.
This looks totally different, Kim. It's really compact.
It's called Zepiti.
Yeah.
And think of a Japanese box with red flowers. It grows about this wide and about this high.
What?
Yeah. So for those people who want to put a border or edge in and don't want things spilling over, Zepiti is the answer.
And it looks pretty prolific with its flowers too.
Yeah, I just counted there's about 35.
How many?
34.
Mate, it's great to see you, and obviously what a wonderful event.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Yeah.
Trevor, it's great to see you too, mate.
All right, we better go and do some work.
Okay.
You get back to it.
35, 36.
Collector's Corner from Garden World had a display inside the Great Hall where all the floral displays appear as well. The creativity in this area has people in awe, but I love the use of rare and unusual plants from Collector's Corner. Look at this. Of course, the show is all about plants, and there's so many different exhibitors out there, including our friends from Garden Express, who had a huge plant selection with people loving the display and the many different varieties you can buy here, or online from their shop, gardenexpress.com.au. Or maybe you want to road test the latest innovation from Still. The experts were on hand and the info was sensational. Emma Powell of Melbourne Polytechnic won the Award of Excellence for the Avenue of Achievable Gardens for Reframe. And the Avenue of Achievable Gardens is designed to allow students of garden design to exhibit on low budgets. And they absolutely shine. Emma, this is absolutely beautiful. Tell me, what was the inspiration behind the garden?
Thank you. It was all to do with the storms that came through Victoria a few months ago. So a lot of the big trees all up in the Dandenongs were just absolutely flattered. A huge tree out the front of my house came down in the storm. Big old tree that you've loved, and it's like now created this whole new, lights flooding in, and you're like, actually, I need to replace that tree. So what can I plant around it? Just support that tree while it grows and create a bit of canopy. We've got all these beautiful old bits of timber. Instead of just chopping them up and turning them into firewood, how about we create like a bit of a family sculpture or something that we can talk about the age of those old big trees too.
You've won an award. In fact, you've won 2 awards.
Yes.
Yes. So tell us about
those.
those.
So I got a first, and I also got the Excellence Award,
How
which
good
is,
You must
good.
be so stoked. And so it started 6 months ago. How long did it take to build?
It actually did take the whole 6 months.
The full 6 months. So you prefab some stuff?
Yeah, all the walls were prefabbed, made the sculpture then there too, and sourced all my plants, grew them at my house, watered them, nurtured them.
I love your work. Well, congratulations. It's absolutely beautiful, and thanks so much for letting us film your beautiful garden.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Well, that's it for the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show for 2022. I hope you enjoyed my little preview of what went on here. It was really special. The nursery and garden industry, landscape industry and flower industries of Victoria have put it on and done an amazing job. And the good news is if you missed this year's show, well, you can check out our fact sheets, you can check out our photos online on social media, Or even better, you can come here next year because it's back in 2023. It will be bigger, better. You don't want to miss it. To celebrate 20 years of the Garden Gurus, we're looking back on some of our favourite moments.
My favourite moment on Garden Gurus was the very first episode I was ever in, and Trevor came down to interview me because I was a writer for their magazine, and yeah, we made some upcycled containers, which was a lot of fun.
Well, it just needs a little bit of topping up, Bonnie. Now, should this just be below the edge of the top of the pot?
Yeah, so you just want to have it just slightly below the top, and thanks to that slow-release fertiliser, you're going to get them growing pretty quick, and they'll double in size within that 4 months. It'll be completely full. These heucheras will fill this out really nicely, and be a nice, real full container.
In the modern urban garden, space is at a premium. Many gardeners and homeowners simply don't have enough.
Therefore, making use of every piece of available space makes perfect sense, and vertical spaces provide a fantastic opportunity to add all the benefits that living, breathing green life provides.
Building and installing a vertical garden can be a little intimidating to a lot of people. This is where the Holman Greenwall vertical planting kit comes in. They provide all the benefits of a vertical garden without any of the drama or stress.
Engineered in Australia, the vertical garden kit comes complete with an inbuilt watering system to make maintenance as simple as possible.
The irrigation system has been designed to deliver controlled amounts of water into each individual pot through pressure compensated drippers. The units can be installed on fences or walls, and a basic drill is all you need. Being a modular system means the vertical garden can be easily expanded over time, increasing your green life cover and improving the urban environment. Once the frame has been mounted onto the fence or wall, the removable pots can be planted up with your choice of plants. You can use succulents, herbs, ferns, or even natives, or why not a mix of all of them? Today we're using a range of flowering and foliage plants supplied by our friends at Floraplant. Remember to use a premium potting mix and water in with a seaweed solution.
The pots can be simply clipped in and out of place, giving the gardener a real opportunity to get creative.
A benefit of using removable pots is that the gardener has the ability to easily change over the plants and planting design to move with the season and prevailing trends. Vertical gardens, like all gardens, require maintenance. Fertilising, pruning and pest control are all important to keep your stunning green wall looking as good as possible.
Adding a living green wall to a vertical space has so many benefits, including noise suppression and cooling of the environment. With the Holman Greenwall vertical planting kit, it is so simple and easy to do.
If there's been one really good trend that's come out of the last couple of years, it's got to be the fact that so many of us have got back in touch with nature and we're growing plants at home. Whether it be a house plant, maybe a citrus on the deck, or even a herb planter, we're all giving it a red hot shot. It's a particularly big trend no matter whether you have a large garden or a deck like this. In fact, decks like this are probably the most popular form of gardening, but they do present some challenges. Sproutwell Greenhouses are an Australian family-owned and run business based in Victoria, but they're servicing all states of Australia. Their display centre in Geelong allows you to browse through the many different greenhouses, glasshouses, hot tubs, saunas and garden accessories that are on display. Clayton Cowley knows a thing or two about the latest trends in glasshouses and greenhouses in Australia. Clay, I've got a couple of fantastic glass houses and a greenhouse at home, compliments of you guys, that I grow so many different things in. It's such a handy tool, but I've got a huge garden. Not everybody's got all that room. When it comes to balconies, courtyards, those small patio areas, can people still have a glass house in those environments as well?
Yeah, look, they certainly can, and that sort of space is starting to grow, and there's more and more need for that sort of thing with all the apartment uptake and things like that. So something like this greenhouse here, which is one of our smallest mini greenhouses, you can grow your leafy greens, you know, all your seedlings, things like that.
And I was going to say, house plants is like a really big thing for all of us. And
Correct.
this particular unit is fantastic, particularly if we go into winter and you've got some of those tropicals that you need to protect. Being inside is often too dry for most indoor houseplants, but this gives you the ability, you've got different levels, you can do all sorts of things here, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit functional in the way that you can adjust the shelving. You don't necessarily need, you know, all the shelves in one side. You can mix them up depending on the height of your plants and that sort of thing. They come with a polycarbonate panel, a twin wall, or you can also get 4mm toughened glass. And you can open the roof vent, that way it gives you a bit of ventilation, so you're not going to, you know, overheat or stress the plants too much.
Well, Clay, this looks awesome. This is actually sort of something that I think I would have inside the house.
Yeah, correct. The beauty about this design is that it's our recent urban series that comes in either 4mm toughened glass or 4mm polycarbonate.
This is like a beautiful display cabinet for your indoor plants.
Yeah, it is, and that's what's made it so popular. Just jump online, place your order, we'll deliver it direct to your door via courier.
And of course, the display yard has the range of XL and nursery models too. It's a good chance to see why this company has grown to be one of Australia's leading suppliers of glasshouses and greenhouses since it started back in 2011. If you have limited space, you have limited excuses now. All you have to do is visit Sproutwell Greenhouse's website and pick the model that's right for your situation.
The biggest change I've seen in gardening has been the movement towards being a bit more greener and a bit more conscious of the use of plastic. Yeah, I think it's a really important movement and one that's definitely needed within Australia, and I think it's really good that there's a lot of people sort of speaking to that at the moment.
Did you know that orchids come from every corner of the planet? There are 30,000 wild orchids, and they come from the coldest mountainous regions of the world to the warmest, most tropical rainforests. There really is an orchid for everyone. In fact, there's 30,000 wild species of orchid, and that's twice the number of bird species. Orchids have had a 200-year journey from tropical jungles to become the most popular houseplant. During the early 19th century, orchid mania was born. A backyard conservatory was a sign of social success. Orchids come in every shape and colour, from species orchids like dendrobiums and cymbidiums to these darling crucifix orchids, the razzle-dazzle of Vanda orchids, the moth orchids and these dear little Australian native orchids. Let's pop one up. Now, I've chosen soft cane dendrobiums for a reason. They're really easy to grow and they're great for a beginner orchid grower. You see, you won't need a hothouse because they grow outside. I love them. These are called Dendrobium nobili hybrids, and in spring, they're absolutely sensational. They're great in a spot with cold, dry winters and warm summers. Never pot your soft canes into sphagnum moss. Use a bark medium, something like Scott's Osmocote Orchid Premium Potting Mix. This is free draining and provides the ideal root environment for growing show-quality epiphytic terrestrial orchids, including cattleyas, oncidiums and dendrobiums. The reason why I love hanging baskets is that the dendrobiums can kind of hang naturally over them. And all I need to do now is to hang this in a tree that gets morning sun and dappled sun for the rest of the day. It's magnificent. Now the secret is to stop watering them on Mother's Day and then start watering them on Father's Day. And that's when you can start to feed too. I've always found a little orchid food 3 times a year throughout the growing season is excellent. Osmocote Pour and Feed is the perfect solution when you're feeding indoor orchids. This ready-to-use liquid fertiliser is formulated to give orchids the nutrients they need with visible results in just 7 days. You could also use controlled release fertiliser for orchids, like this Osmocote, which feeds orchids for 6 months. Osmocote releases nutrients depending on soil temperature, ensuring that the plants are fed when they're actively growing. And this is a pretty handy one too, especially if you're growing Phalaenopsis or moth orchids. The fertiliser is in the mister. It's a mist and feed. Doesn't matter what soft cane dendrobium you choose to grow, it loves strong morning sun that really stimulates flowering. And when it is in full bloom, bring it indoors for maximum enjoyment.
Autumn brings beautiful changing colours and a little bit of leaf litter, which can make the garden look a little bit messy. But having a good blower is a staple in any garden shed. And if you're in the market for one, this one from Still is the perfect one. It's the BGA 57. Suitable for any garden no matter how big, the BGA 57 can be used for maintenance work in large yards, patio areas and driveways. Powered by the AK20 lithium-ion battery means you can effectively get approximately 25 to 30 minutes worth of work done. It has a handy LED light on the back so you can keep track of how much charge it has left. Not only is this blower really efficient, it's also really quiet, which is thanks to it being battery powered. So this way you won't annoy your neighbours with any loud noises and you can get all your work done when it suits you. The sleek design in combination with the even weight distribution means you can freely use this blower for long periods with good control. The round nozzle, which I'm using today, is adjustable with 3 different settings. Extending it all the way out will allow for even more precise work, or you can have it a bit shorter, which I also find works really well in smaller areas. With a lot of deciduous trees around the property, we get a lot of leaf litter along our pathways and lawned areas. The BGA 57 will easily shuffle leaves, grass clippings, paper and other garden waste into piles or where you wish to gather it. If you are looking for your next quality tool or a great garden blower, there is only one place for it, your local Still dealership.
Mother's Day is just around the corner and nothing says I love you quite like a special, beautiful garden gift. And there's a lot to choose from when you visit your local traditional garden centre. Garden centres have always been the hub of innovation and inspiration, quality plants and great advice. Now, I reckon the gift that really says I care is one that you have created with love yourself. So grab yourself a trolley, get out into the garden centre and start picking out all the different plants. Now, for my mum this Mother's Day, this is what her gift is going to look like. It is a selection of architectural structural plants. These are low water use succulents. And the varieties I've chosen include the Echeveria, the Sansevieria or mother-in-law's tongue, and Crassula campfire, just for a brilliant golden colour. Exploring your local garden centre is such fun. Now, this is my local favourite. It's Waldex, and they've been around for over 50 years. And it's been family run for 3 generations. There's so many cool things to discover here, as the passion is boundless among the family and team members who all love their gardens and clearly love their jobs. The range is exceptional. Look at the variety of plants. Some you've probably never seen anywhere else, and others, well, of a quality that is extremely rare to find. Now, there are so many different ways you can use these pots these days. Well, you can plant out, so maybe for this one, for Mum, I might actually plant into it, and what I'd do is probably pop 3 pots like this. But if you've got big plants and you want to change it up on a regular basis, go for something like these pots. Now, again, fibre cement, it's an absolutely wonderful finish, but you can have small, low-growing plants in the front, like this cousin it, come across to the elephant ears at the back here, or even put that huge Ficus lyrata, that's the fiddle leaf fig, right in a giant pot to fill up the roof space. It looks sensational, and it gives you the ability to swap, mix and match as you want. Waldex is a leader in the traditional garden centre market. They have beautifully laid out garden centres with superb plants, all of the very best quality, and most are grown by their own nursery, along with unique pottery and giftware sourced from right across the globe. It's all complemented with expert, passionate staff who know their stuff and are super keen to help. And if you can't get to your local Waldex store, or maybe you live in Queensland or Victoria, don't worry. If you see something you like on their online shop, well, you can still shop and have it delivered direct to your door. In WA, it's within a couple of days, or anywhere in Australia. Thank you very much. That's awesome. You know, they've even got a loyalty program here. It's called the Bud Club. And for every $1 you spend, well, you get points. And that means that you can add to your garden with lots of special deals, including special unique offers only available to Bud Club members. It's brilliant. Of course, garden centres are not just about gifts. There's thousands of quality plants to explore, and think about the role they could have in making your garden even more beautiful. With Mother's Day just around the corner, there's never been a better time to get out and back into your local garden centre and discover what great service and beautiful plants are available. Well, that's all we've got for you this week on The Garden Gurus. The good news is we're back next week and we've got a great program packed full of down-to-earth gardening advice. If you want to know anything more from today's show, simply check out our website, or you can become a friend on Facebook and join us each week for our Garden Gurus Live Gardening Club. Now, Buddy and I will be back with all the team next week for another great episode of The Garden Gurus. See you then.